Hello, welcome to another audio commentary by Moletrap. This is going to be a very exciting game. This is on Python. You can see right there the great old venerable Python. Um, this is between Kwanro and Bisu. This is the first game of their best of 5 series for the MSL round of 8. Kwanro has been doing very well lately. He absolutely owned Light in the round of 16. He's been a lot of fun to watch. He's been a lot of fun to watch. And Bisu, of course, uh, barely needs an introduction. Won the last MSL, and looking to possibly win this MSL as well. Basically, I mean, there's not many other people. There's not many people. Sorry, there's not many players in the MSL still that really have a chance of beating him in a solid best of 5. Savior's on the other side of the bracket. We're probably going to see Savior versus Bisu in the final, but you never know. Kwanro he's really a freaking monster against Terrans. I haven't seen him do very well against Protoss players, but Kwanro, he's such a kind of a crazy player that you can't really underestimate him. You can't assume that he's not gonna have what it takes, because he'll pull some random stuff out of his ass, and he might be able to catch Bisu off guard. You never know. It's not likely, but we'll just have to see. Probably Kwanro will try something crazy, and it will just break on Bisu's perfect playing style. Kwanro, interestingly, he moved his Overlord down there. He scouted out Bisu's base first, I believe. It looks like his Overlord is moving away from Bisu's base for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe he didn't think that it was there, or maybe he's sending his... That's really strange. I wonder if he didn't see that the simulator or something and ran off. I'm really confused by that. But this could be very unfortunate for Kwanro if he has not scouted Bisu's base. Bisu getting 2 gates there, so Bisu going straight for the throat right away. Normally Bisu's build, you see him going for a forge and taking that expansion and doing kind of a slower build to take care of the Zerg player in the long term. And you see him get Corsairs and kind of slowly and steadily own the Zerg players. But in this case, he's gotten those 2 gates there, so he is starting to build send zealots out already, and that's weird. Yeah, it looks like Kwanro must... Okay, on his minimap, they're showing his minimap there on the bottom. Kwanro must have seen Bisu's probe, so he has to know that's there at least. So maybe he's just sending his Overlord over there as an eventual scout or something like that. Other than that, maybe it could have been just a sort of a fatal mistake on Kwanro's part, not seeing that. Bisu going in now with a few zealots and a few probes here. Kwanro has 4 or 5 lings there that he's using to kind of harass, and he's putting it on a sunken colony. So that sunken colony is going to be able to hold off those zealots probably at this point. If Kwanro plays his cards right, if he can put those... Yeah, so Bisu sees that sunken coming in. He knows he's not going to be able to take out in just a straight assault anymore. So it'll be interesting to see if he presses on with the zealots, or if he tries to do something else here. Kwanro... Kwanro, he must have missed the scout, because he's still looking around with his lings. Wow, okay, so Kwanro must have poked in there and missed the probes. It must have been that's really strange. So Kwanro now knows where he is. He has to know where he is, because he scouted out those 2 other spots already. Okay, so Kwanro now putting down looked like another colony, and he canceled that, and he's putting down another building. I'm sorry, I missed what it was. Kwanro going in now, trying to take out that pylon. That could be big if he is able to pick off that pylon. If Bisu has a couple zealots come out very quickly, then he may be able to hold this off, and there he does. 2 zealots come out, so he's going to be able to hold off those lings. For a second there, it looked like, because he didn't have, with those 2 zealots, enough to really hold off those lings and protect the pylon. Anyway, so both players kind of camping each other's ramps, although Kwanro now moving his forces back. It looks like he might try and sandwich Bisu's zealots there. He might be sending out those drones to disrupt Bisu's line, and then he's going to send in all of his lings. So brilliant move by Kwanro, good micro on his part, going in from both sides. He wasn't able to bring a lot of lings in there though. Kwanro's micro failing him a little bit there. A couple zealots almost dead now, and Bisu doing a very good job of bringing his healthy zealots to the front to block off those lings. So Bisu doing a good job and is able to actually hold off that little assault on his forces on that ramp. And Kwanro going in and trying to pick off those zealots that are almost dead, but it's not working. This is not looking good for Kwanro. Kwanro, okay, that was another hatchery that we saw. So Kwanro's getting his lair here. Basically, Bisu kind of boxing him in. He's not able to get an expansion base, which is going to be very, very bad in the long run. Kwanro, you know, he doesn't usually go with a lot of econ, but he usually needs a little bit of econ to keep himself really on top of his game. And now Bisu getting that forge, getting a cannon down. So even if Kwanro is able to break out, he's not going to be able to just go in and take out Bisu right now. Kwanro putting his colonies down in a very good position, though. Those two colonies blocking that hole, so Bisu cannot just run in and start killing off drones or anything like that. Okay, so yeah, Kwanro now putting down the spire. I don't think he's going to have that spire up in time, though, to really do a lot of good. If he had some mutalisks coming out a lot sooner, he might be able to push back these zealots. Bisu sending in a zealot looked like he was just trying to scout to see if indeed he was putting down that spire. I'm surprised that Bisu has not gotten the expansion base now. It looks like he is just trying to build up zealots there. Right now, he does have... I mean, I guess that does make sense now that I think about it again. If he can just keep Kwanro pinned back, then that will win the game for him eventually, because of his, you know, the Kwanro, Zerg players in general, and Kwanro specifically, need a lot of, you know, economy to really do a lot of good. And brilliantly, Bisu moving his zealots around the map away from those sunken colonies. He may be able to take out this spire without... That spire is out of range of the sunken colonies. Those lings are all he has to take out those zealots. Looks like a couple of those zealots go down, but Kwanro's going to need a lot more lings if he's going to take it out. That spire is down to half health now, it looked like, and this is not looking good for Kwanro at all. If he loses that spire, then that's basically the game right there. And Bisu... Oh, man, I'm surprised Kwanro isn't putting down another Sun Colony or something like that. I guess he probably needs to produce more lings right now. And Kwanro he's taking out, the Spire comes in. The Spire comes in, he's going to be able to make a few mutalisks, but Bisu does have a Corsair coming in. That Spire is almost dead. Kwanro is out of lings. He has to make something immediately, and oh my god, the Spire goes down. The Spire goes down. He did not have enough lings to hold off. Oh my god, that was absolutely devastating for Kwanro, and he probably didn't have enough gas to make a lot of mutalisks right now. So, this is looking extremely bad for Kwanro. Bisu running his Corsairs back to his cannons there, and those Scourges, oh man, he needed those Scourges, and those Scourges are now basically useless. One is dead, and one is almost dead. So, Kwanro now with just a few mutalisks. I'll be interesting to see if what he does now, but maybe he might get a den instead of that Spire, going for the Spire again, but this is not looking good for Kwanro at all. He does have, I mean, he could do a lot with a few mutalisks, though, especially in combination with those lings.